Sports Cash Crew, welcome back to another week episode with your host, Mr. ESPN, where we discuss everything sports and the business behind it. I'm here with my other host, Mr. Mo Better. How you doing, brother?
What's going on, brother? How you feeling?
Doing great, especially after Sunday, what happened in
We're gonna start this off.
Oh yeah, we got it's all real spicy, because y'all was talking trash, about 2-3 weeks ago when we lost to the Commanders, and I want y'all. When I see y'all in about 2 weeks and we come to New York, there gonna be some real problems, and Jalen Hurts delivered them problems.
I would look. I already told you what my expectations was. The L, and we got an L.
Y'all got a beat down. That was not no L. Y'all got a beat down.
Y'all played a not good team. So
hold on. So we're admitting that the Giants are not good this year?
Who? I've been saying that all year. Who hasn't been saying that?
Maybe your counterpart is not here to back you up.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm the realist. We on our offense is not it. And then we got a bunch of injuries. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Let's talk about the NFL. Start it off for me, big dog.
Yes, sir. So let's recap about last week. I think the biggest shocker of last week, what's going on with these Cowboys, man? They almost gave it up to these Texans. That's like 1-5 and 1-13.
Are they for real?
Yeah, they only got like one win.
Golly.
Yeah, man. Oh my God. I was watching that game. I was just like, please mess it up so we can kill y'all online. Please. Yo. But I mean, they barely got through it in the fourth quarter on that last drive.
Yeah.
But, man, it's funny because last week, y'all was raving how we're not gonna say no names, but someone said the Cowboys are the best team in the NFC.
Nah. Look, to me, I think they're like the second, third best team in the NFC.
They third.
Philly for sure. Second place is debatable. People don't like the Vikings at number 2, but hey,
I got Minnesota.
The Cowgirls, man, they gonna do what they do, man. They gonna let a lot of people down when it counts.
That's a fact. That's what they're known for every year. So that's why I'm like, I don't know why they're getting their hopes up this year, talking about, the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. The Cowboys going to get Odell. It's our time. No, it's not. It's y'all time to go home where y'all belong.
Yo, Vlad talking with his chest out, his team.
Hey, I got to, man, because y'all talking real spicy 2 weeks ago, talking about, the pigeons this, pigeons that. I'm like, all right. Yeah. Now, I'm going to prove it once again by my humble quarterback why we the number 1 team in the NFC again.
All right, whatever.
But in other news, speaking of another quarterback going down, man, Kyler Murray. Ending injury. It looked like that's going to be the devastation to the Cardinals. They might slip out of the playoffs if, obviously he's not there and they lose games. That's the end of their season for sure. But good thing, he got that money this year, before this start. Because if he had one more year and he was going to this offseason and he just got injured.
Yeah, it would have been tragic.
Especially with the Cardinals record right now. Yeah. It would have been tough to get what he got. But hey, I just wish him a full recovery. And hopefully, maybe next year they find some ways to tweak that team around. I think he still got weapons. Obviously D-Hop didn't get to play the first 6 games, so I know that hurt. But
they got weapons for sure. They got him. They got Rondale Moore. They got Ertz. They got James Conner in the backfield. They got a decent offense. The defense is decent as well. But what really sucked, it was a non-contact
injury.
Yo, that's been happening a lot this year. Like a lot of people been going down, just running down the field, and then they just fall out, torn ACL. And it's just like, wow, is it really the field or is it something else that they missing?
I think it's a combination of 2 things. So the way the NFL is I think in all sports, the athleticism has obviously progressed through the roof, right? And the game has gotten faster. I think training wise, certain guys still need to learn how to stop on a dime.
Mm-hmm.
Certain guys need to know how to cut correctly. Some guys probably because you got these freak athletes. Look at Michael Parsons, 250 pounds, and he's blowing cornerbacks. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of weight with a lot of force that you got to shift around. So, technique on how to move, with your weight around, how to stop and go and all that. But I would say yes, turf can play into that because you can't dig your foot into turf. And usually, what they tell you, especially when you run at full speed and you want to stop in a dime or stop and cut, dig. They always tell you drop that hip and dig into the ground. You can't do that on turf. Do it on turf, your ankles is ruined. Your foot is ruined. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a combination of both, but this is definitely something I think is going to be brought up this offseason, in the committee, because a lot of guys are starting to complain. And tell you the truth, I mean, if this is your contract year and you have a non-contact injury, like look at Odell in the Super Bowl. Right now, Odell would have been signed to somebody, or if not with the Rams again, if it was not for that non-contact injury in the Super Bowl. So this is playing with a lot of teams' success. This is playing with definitely the bag for some people.
Right, for sure.
So I think for sure. I mean, the NFL got the money. What they scared of? What, your field getting teared up? Yeah, I can change your field every weekend
if you want it. Right, if you want
it. I got the money. So, I get it. Turf does look better. It does last longer. I get that, but
less
more product, which is those players.
Right. And with that said, right, I know this wasn't something that we were going to cover, right? But I was having a discussion this week about Lamar Jackson, right?
Mm-hmm.
He tweaked his knee, ankle, something in the leg, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I was Lamar, I'm not playing no more this year.
I wouldn't either.
You're
not winning the Super Bowl.
It's not even that. This is my contract year. Like, I tried to get the contract done before the season. Y'all said no. Y'all didn't give me what I wanted. If I go out there and get seriously injured, I'm definitely losing out on that money.
That's for sure.
All these people
right now, it still could affect it because, like you said, if he sits out, they'll pay him, but they'll be like, "Oh, you sat out because of a tweak injury, so
he could go somewhere else. They'll pay him. Atlanta will pay him.
They'll pay him, but I don't know if they'll pay him as much as the Ravens will.
Nah, they'll pay him. They'll pay him for sure. Atlanta needs that excitement. They need something. But
a lot.
Nah. So I think with that being said, like watching everybody go down with these non-contact injuries, would definitely play part in my decision to sit out if I was Lamar. No more game times for me this year.
So you do know that's going to affect their playoff push too.
They should have thought about that when they didn't give me my money.
But you also playing with your money and you violating your contract. Because here's my thing: if Lamar's healthy and he can play for the playoffs, you got to play.
You could say you're not healthy.
Yeah, but then now you're playing with your playoff checks, like you playing, and then now that it looks like a bad look because technically you already said I'm betting on myself this year. So why are you bailing out now? You see what I'm saying? Like you knew what you was coming to the season,
right?
Injury was going to be a possibility. So if
I injury this one time, I'm not going to play with it again. Give me my money, or I'm sitting out. I don't care about playoff check. What $500,000 going to do, or whatever they're going to get? Forget that. I need 300, 400. Yeah, I'll miss out on $500,000, $1 million, $3 million for 3-4 games, but I need this $400 million.
So if he stays with the Raven, what ballpark you see him getting?
Oh, he got to kill him. They turned down with 3 something. He got to get them for 4 now. You owe me. You owe me. I played on a discount year for you. You owe me.
Just say he was to lead the Ravens. What do you think the ballpark would be for somewhere else?
Shoot, 400. If not,
400 for how many years?
That's the thing. I was gonna say if they don't give him 400, I don't know what the years breakdown is, but it probably be like 10 years or 9 years.
I don't see that. I don't see somebody giving a 10-year contract to Lamar.
That's why I said that's what I was gonna get to that. That's why
5 years max, bro.
5 years, 2 something.
Yeah, I see something like that. Because he's not Pat Mahomes. Like we know, like granted, this game is not 100%, but the way Pat Mahomes play, he's supposed to have like a Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady career.
Right.
Lamar Jackson, we're still like, okay, this is your first kind of injury.
Right.
And you're already about 4 years, about to go to 5 years in. 10 years, that's a long time to tie you
Yeah,
up. That's a lot of money.
but
I see 5 years max, maybe about 260.
yeah, 260, for sure. 45, around 40 something.
Yeah. You'll put them
Yeah,
around the top 5% of the
yeah, for
quarterbacks.
sure. Easy. Anybody will give them that. Anybody that needs a quarterback, Atlanta.
Atlanta. That's a fact. But
Uh,
speaking of quarterbacks, man, I know we briefly talked about him, but man, what's his name? Mr. Purdy, looking real pretty. Brock Purdy taking
Mr.
down
Irrelevant.
Tom Brady in a big statement game last week when the 49ers played the Tampa Bay Bucks, man. I really thought the Bucks were gonna win it because I'm like third string quarterback. You playing against, the GOAT to some people. And he looked really good. He was executing the game plan. He even made some big plays. Obviously, he put points on the board. He put 35 of them.
Right.
So is this possibly the new look of how San Fran is going to be looking moving forward?
The league will be in trouble if they had. I mean, don't get me wrong. Purdy's playing great football right now. Can he maintain it? It could possibly, but long term, like San Fran is scary. They got the number one defense right now.
Mm-hmm.
Number one defense. Their offense is running like a well-oiled machine. They got a legend calling plays, making plays up, adjusting the offense to make sure his quarterback is comfortable and looking good. Because Buddy came in and looked like they didn't miss a beat.
Not at all. Not at
Didn't
all.
miss a beat. So, yeah,
But
man.
there is a small tweak that's going to hurt them, Debo Samuel, with that injury. Now, it doesn't look like he's going to be out for a long period of time because I think he did get up when he went down, but he might miss a week. It might be a lingering thing, but this is definitely something to keep our eyes on, especially as we get closer to the playoffs. Because you need a healthy Debo Samuel with a third string quarterback. You need a healthy Debo.
You do. They still have people on their team to make plays, man. Even with Debo out, I still don't see them. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's a big piece, but they'll be okay. They still have Ayuk. They got McCaffrey. They got Kittles whenever they decide to use them. I think they'll be okay. Just to hold off until Debo get back, and then I think in a couple of weeks they get back their other running back, Elijah Mitchell. So they'll have two
piece. Yeah, Elijah took that rock.
Yeah, so they'll have two piece back there.
So hypothetically, it's a possibility. You can never rule anything out. As San Fran's able to go to the big game and win it, is this bigger than Nick Foles' 2017 run with the Eagles?
Big facts, yes. Yes. Because Nick Foles came in to win. Was it just the playoffs?
The last week of the season. Or last 2 weeks, something like that. Last week or last 2 weeks.
Right? But he was the backup. You know Correct. What I'm saying? The backup, you might we talking about third string Mr. Irrelevant, who probably
last week of the draft.
He probably was sitting on the bench the whole time, like, yeah, I'm chilling, taking a check. And then next thing you know, he thrown into a game. So I think it'll be different. It'll be different.
Okay. Well, we still have to wait and see because, San Fran's still in the hunt in the playoffs. And if he plays like he did last week, it looks like he can make a run, but he will get defeated by the Philadelphia Eagles. That's for sure. They don't want to see us. Not with no third string. No way.
Hey, it'll be a good game.
I would, but we're not letting no third string take us out. No, I refuse that.
Anyways, before you get a rant.
Let's go into these primetime games for the week. Let's start with Thursday Night Football. We have San Fran, the 49ers versus the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. Who do you got?
Geno's been playing good. Seattle's been playing good, but it really depends on how the offense of San Francisco plays that game. Because
this is a division game, though. Remember that.
It is, but I think it will depend on San Francisco's offense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with San Francisco because their defense is playing out insane right now. And they got to do is get to get to Geno, which I think they will. They got Nick Bosa, they got Eric Armstead.
Mm-hmm.
They got some weapons out there.
I agree. I'm gonna go with San Fran also. I just think their defense is that stellar. If you can keep Geno maintained, and again, all Brock Purdy have to do, manage the game,
And
do
it's
what
the
he
game.
does. And they don't have to put 35 up on the board like they did last week. They just got to put more than the Seahawks, and that's
Right.
very capable. It's not like the Seahawks have a high power offense. So I got the 49ers winning this one for sure in Seattle. But this week, we do have Saturday games for the first time this year
About time.
for this season. And the primetime game for Saturday, we got the Miami Dolphins versus the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo.
Ooh, that's a good game right there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's a good game. Miami's coming. Didn't Miami just lose or did they win?
Miami last week?
Yeah.
Miami lost against the Chargers.
They lost, right?
23-17. Yep.
Miami needs these dubs,
They
man.
do. That's a fact. And another division game once again.
Yeah, Miami needs these dubs. And I don't know what's going on. Like Tua looks a little off. I think the last two games he's looked a little off. Their running situation hasn't looked good. Hopefully they could make it a game and look decent because Josh Allen is going to come to play. Diggs is going to come to play.
Mm-hmm.
They done sign back. Was it Cole Beasley, right? They signed back.
Yeah.
He's unretired to sign back with the Bills. He did. I'm gonna go just because they're at home. I'm gonna go Bills with the dub.
I'm with you also. I like Miami. But ever since that Tua injury, I always question. I'm like, are they gonna get back to that same rhythm they were before he got injured? This is a division game. It is in Buffalo, which is cold as bricks right now.
Right now, boy.
And I think Josh Allen needs a good game to kind of redeem himself. The past couple of weeks, been playing a little sluggish.
Yeah.
So I do have the Bills, but I think it's going to be closer than what people think. I don't think it's going to be Bills by landslide. This might be honestly to the last possession in the fourth quarter. I think Miami's offense definitely can keep up with the Bills. Von Miller is out, so that's a big piece missing from the Bills defense. So you don't have that pass rusher coming at Tua. So this game is going to be definitely both teams need to win technically. I think Buffalo need to win for a confidence standpoint to reassure themselves like, hey, we're the number one team in the AFC because right now it look like the Chiefs. But Miami needs it also too because they just lost their Chargers and this is a division game. So to keep that, that seed in the playoffs, also to make a statement like, hey, we're not the Dolphins of the past, and you are beatable. We can beat you. So I think it's going to be a real good game. I think it's going to be high scoring. I could see something like 23-17, be honest with you.
Yeah, for sure. Especially if the weather is bad. That's the only reason I really give the edge to Josh Allen and them because they practice in that. I'm pretty sure they practice outside all the time, but that's their element. Miami, sunny, chilling, relaxing. You out there in the cold all day.
Yep.
Buffalo, you're not gonna be comfortable.
Not at all. Next game, we got America's Game of the Week. We have Joey B. With the Cincinnati Bengals, and we have Tom Brady with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tampa Bay.
I feel like this is Tom Brady's hasn't looked good this year.
I agree. Even though his team hasn't been healthy, but I agree.
Yeah. The team as a whole has just looked bad. And on top of that, they a bunch of injuries. Joe B and his friends are catching fire right now, even though they just lost, I think, 2 receivers last week. Hopefully they come back. If they do, Tampa Bay, you in trouble.
That's a fact. Joe B, man, if you want to talk about one of the most poised quarterbacks at this age, is that guy, Joe B, man. Cincinnati's actually hitting their stride at the perfect time right now, which is, again, just like last year, like you said, they just caught a hot hand at the right time going to the playoffs. And right now, this is probably one of those teams that you just don't want to sleep on. It look like Joey B is back to being unfazed. Once Jamar Chase come back, if he's not back yet,
Came back.
He came back. So yeah, that's another piece that That's a weapon that you gotta account for. I don't think Tampa Bay is ready, and I think Cincinnati wants to make a statement like, "Hey, I know we talking about the Bills, I know we talking about the Chiefs, but hey, last year was not a fluke. We got something to say about that. So let's get these wins and maybe try to go up that seating a little bit so we can
Yeah,
see one of these teams in the AFC Championship game."
man, it'd be good to see Tom Brady go down. Atlanta need a
It's always
dub.
good down. It's always good. It's always good to see Tom Brady go down. And then for the Saturday night game of the week, you got your old faithful New York Giants for the division game against the Washington Commanders in Washington. What that matchup looking like?
Right. Again, I'm gonna start off with I'm a realist.
Mm-hmm.
Washington is hot right now. I think they've won 5 out of the last 6 games they've played. They have their weapons. Their defense is on point.
Yeah, 3 out of the last 4.
Huh?
3 out of the last 4.
Okay. Okay. 3 out of the last 4. It's still hot right now. Heineke, aka Heineken, is out there. The Giants defense is in shambles right now. A lot of injuries. The offense is still the offense, actually worse now. So yeah, man, Commanders with the dub. I don't like to say it, but Commanders with the dub.
Okay, at least you're being honest and real. But I gotta go with the Giants.
Hey man,
I'm
hey.
gonna go with the Giants only because um the way we beat y'all down so bad last week, I think there's some
Oh,
pride that wants to be, reassured. So I think the Giants are definitely going to come out. I don't think they want to go down with 2 division losses back-to-back weeks, especially the way the Eagles took them out. I think they going to wake up for this game. It is a televised game Sunday night. So, they're definitely going to come to play, hopefully. But I think, you guys need to get back to what you guys are doing, even though you guys still have your injuries, still missing players. Get Saquon started early, get Saquon effective in the backfield, passes, and make Daniel Jones' job easy. But also that defense got to play big too. Make some stops, cause some turnovers would be nice. But this is another game that I think is gonna be tight. It seems like this week is all about the divisions.
yep.
Giants does need a win. They do need a win. So I got it's I think a 21-18 type of score. Nice little field goal will cause it to be the winner. And definitely gonna come down to the wire, but I got the New York Giants to win this one out. I think that little hot streak for the Commanders gonna, wear down a little bit.
Hey man. We shall see.
And let's go to last but not least, we got Monday Night Football. We got the Los Angeles Rams versus the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau Field.
What are we talking about here, man?
2 disappointing teams of the year.
But these might be 2 of the most disappointing teams of the year.
I agree.
And it's not. Let me tell you why though. Like even when they were healthy, the Rams looked bad. So
you think so?
The Rams,
you talking about in the beginning of this year, not last year. Okay.
Yeah, even when they were healthy, they still look bad.
You're right.
Now they're injured, they look worse.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
They look bad all year.
I really don't know what it is. I'm like, Aaron Donald is still there. Cooper Kupp is still there. I mean, I know Matthew Stafford's hurt. Now Baker came, but everything up to when Stafford got hurt, they still were looking like, what's going on?
Come on, man.
And I don't know if they're still on that championship high or the loss of Von Miller. Like, but it's crazy because Von Miller wasn't there all year. Like, he came, 3/4 of the way left?
Yeah, something
a quarter of the way left. 3/4 of the season was pretty much done by the time he got there. So I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, you're right. But we all knew the Packers were going to take a step back. Obviously, you don't get better when you let go of Devontae Adams. But the Rams, obviously, biggest disappointment this year for sure. But I got the Packers.
Yeah, for sure. I was about to say the Packers.
There's no way Baker is winning this one.
Bad though, especially with I want to say he's a rookie, number 9. I don't remember his name. It's like Christian Watson or something like that. Don't get me. He got like 7 touchdowns or 8 touchdowns in the last 4 or 5 games.
That rookie receiver, yeah.
So man, he's stepping up big, which Aaron Rodgers needs. Their defense is solid. So yeah, I'm gonna give the dub to Green Bay because it looks like they're trying to get back on track. In their division now, they're lucky because the Vikings are taking it away, but
it's hard, man. I mean, the Packers are 5-8 right now. They third in the NFC North. The Lions are ahead of them.
The Lions are the scariest team
Bro, they caught a hot streak, man.
In the NFL.
They caught a crazy hot streak.
Forget that. Forget the hot streak. I don't even think people are paying attention to them because these dudes average 40 points a game.
Yep, that's a fact.
It's like 30 something they're averaging. Yep. If they look at their losses are not by that much.
Nope, they only lost to the Bills by 3, and then the loss after that was all the way in like week 7 against the Dolphins. They put up 27 points. They only lost by 4. The biggest loss was against the Patriots, which was 29-0, and then the Cowboys 24-6. That was their biggest losses of the year. But after that, the other 2 losses, they lost to the Seahawks 48-45, 3 points. They lost to the Vikings 28-24, 4 points. And they lost to the Eagles 38-35, 3 points. So, truth be told, it looked like a possession.
A possession saved.
They could honestly be only having 3 losses on their record right now.
Right. Come on, man. Hey, but I can't wait to see what they do next year because
that's a fact. They might be a team that you got to look out for next year. Yeah.
Boy, and you got to think if they keep all their receivers, they're gonna have like 3 top-notch receivers: St. Brown, Chalk, and then is it Jameson Williams from Alabama who finally started playing last week? He made his debut.
And then you got that DN Hutchinson.
They got Hutchinson. They got 2 beasts at running back with Swift, Paul Williams, Goff throwing the ball like crazy. Yo. But anyways,
they could be a team to look out for sure next year because they're right there. They're all, and then you can tell this young team mistakes. So they're all right there in all these games. If they just close out, they really only put out like 3 losses on their record right now. But that's how the NFL works. But before we wrap up, let's go ahead and transition to the NBA. Little bit of news: Cade Cunningham, season-ending injury. It looked like that's going to take a hit for the I almost said Detroit Lions, Detroit Pistons, which was supposed to be, one of the young teams that people are looking forward to. Where, they got Ivy and Cunningham, so they're waiting for that team to make some noise. But obviously, with their leader out and Cade Cunningham, it look like they're gonna take a step back. So hopefully, Cunningham come back stronger, healthier next year. But he's out for the year, so definitely Detroit will be back in the lottery for the draft. Not winning much games without Cade, that's for sure. But the biggest news in the NBA, it looks like the NBA has decided to induct some new awards and also change the names of some awards. So let's go down this list. We have the new Jerry West Trophy Award, which is now going to be the NBA Clutch Player of the Year. Now, I don't know how they're going to determine that. Is that going to be whoever has the most game winners, whoever has the best 2 minutes left in the fourth?
Right.
I don't know. Whoever got the best game winner of the year, I don't know. That's a weird award. Something new they're bringing up, but that's gonna be interesting to see how they whoever they hand that to and how they detect who deserves it.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know what the requirements or for that specific thing. It can go a bunch of ways. Like you said, the best closer of the something like that. So we shall see.
That's it. But for resumes purposes, do you think that holds weight?
Clutch? Nah, I'm not putting that. You talking about for somebody to have that like that?
Yeah, I mean, we argue about it. Hey, he got X amount of MVPs, he got X amount of All-Stars, he got
clutch. Nah, that's like, to me, that's like down there. Not saying down there, but like down there with like most improved player or something like that.
Got you. Okay, fair enough. Next award, which been here before, but they're just gonna rename it. The Akeem Olajuwon Award is now going to be the Defensive Player of the Year award. Which it looks like that's just a name change. They're gonna call it Akeem. Also we have NBA Rookie of the Year, which is now going to be the Wilt Chamberlain, which is actually very interesting. I wonder why they said Wilt.
I don't Wilt's rookie stats like that, so I would.
No, Wilt stats is crazy. Like, look it up. Wilt stats is crazy. So I can see why, but I didn't. I don't know. I didn't see Wilt as being a guy, but I can see why they picked it. NBA Six Man of the Year is John I can't even say his name. John Havlicek. That would
Yeah.
be now the NBA Six Man of the Year award. And then the Most Improved award would be George McCain. And last but not least, the MVP Most Valuable Player award will be called the Michael Trophy, which we all know now. Whew, boy.
Them unrealistic.
Oh my God.
They're gonna take that and run with it, but
Run with it.
LeBron James can't get that now. I think eventually it will be like a LeBron James trophy, but he has to stop playing first. They're not gonna name it after him.
Yeah, that's for sure.
The
and they should do it something related to the playoffs, because we know LeBron's playoff career is by far head and shoulders over a lot of people. Like his playoff career is better than some people's whole career together.
Right.
So yeah, it's gonna be interesting how they hand out these awards at the end of the year. I'm kind of intrigued on some of these awards, how they're gonna, what qualifications they're gonna use. But definitely the MJ award is probably the award everybody's looking forward to, with the new status. But this is something to look forward to. We definitely have a lot of candidates for MVP this year. Looking forward.
Right now, you got Tatum in the front, or Luka.
Yeah, but Tatum almost lost to them Lakers the other night.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's one.
Just saying. But hey, it's still early. We haven't even hit Christmas yet, which will be in about 2 weeks. So we'll cover those games and then we'll talk more about that. But on that note, thanks for tuning into this week's episode with your host, Mr. ESPN and Mr. Mo Better. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share, and keep in touch with us on all social medias. And we'll catch you next time.
Peace. Hey, give me my theme music.
Shout out to Prime.